I love you guys.
Welcome to the Torg Stories podcast, recording Sunday, November 30th, 2025. And it was a big game for the Colts. The Colts were playing the Texans. What was at stake for the Colts today?
Well, that was a stake, but I wouldn't say everything's at stake. Everything is not at stake yet. We played the Texans again, and we played Jacksonville twice. I feel like if you were to win all three of those, you would still be in it, right? You would still maybe easily win. I don't know.
I think you would win. I think if you win all those, you would win the
Win
division.
your little division, yeah. And really,
Right.
that's the only goal left now. We can't get any higher than that. But will they win them all? I have heavy doubts. So not feeling great about the Colts. But such is life.
I wouldn't say you've outlined the what was at stake today very much. What was at stake?
Well, if you won today, you would feel just a lot more confident that you're going to make it. But again, I don't think everything was at stake because I don't believe in any of these three teams, the Colts, the Jaguars, the Texans. So yeah, a lot was at stake, but not everything. Everything is
Okay.
not at stake yet.
So I'll say that
You tell me what you think was at stake.
the Colts were playing the Texans, and the Colts were one win of the Jaguars. So they're trying to win and stay ahead of the Jaguars. They're two ahead of the Texans going into the day. So if they win, they're in first place all by themselves. If the Texans and Jags win, then they're tied with the Jags and the Texans are one behind. So then now the Colts lose today. So I think for the first time in a long time, the thought of not making the playoffs is at stake. I mean, now we can bring that into the picture, I think.
Right, sure. I mean, I always believed that anyway. Never had complete happiness that we were going to be in control of everything. We're not looking good lately. Our offense is sputtering. The offense used to be a joy to watch. Now it's like I'm choking, not as fun. So I think that's where we're at. But everything's not lost yet. It will be lost if we lose against any of these teams again.
So first we'll go final score, Texans 20, Colts 16. Let's work our way through some of the major plays. The Texans came in having won 3 games in a row. A team that was probably the division favorite as the season started and got off to a bad start. So having won 3 games in a row, they brought Stroud back, who had been out with an injury. So I thought that was an interesting start.
Right, interesting start, but you would bring him back. I mean, you have to have more belief in him than the other guy. I don't remember the other guy's name, but I don't think he did anything spectacular. So not surprised they went with Stroud. I know people are down on Stroud, but he can still make a big play now and then. He's not going to be the top tier quarterback, but he's a quality quarterback. That's my belief on Stroud.
Today, Stroud, 22 of 35, 276 yards, no touchdowns and an interception. Let's compare him to your guy, Daniel Jones, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So I think you'd say Daniel Jones played the better quarterback game.
I guess, yeah, he played fine. He played all right. We apparently have a fractured, what is it, fibula? I'm not sure. Apparently a fracture can mean something small and you can still play. Hard to believe. But he didn't really run around a lot, but he looked okay. Yeah, I didn't have any really complaints about him. I just feel like there's some drop passes. I feel like the O-line maybe didn't really live up to their billing. They let a lot of collapsing pockets type thing, and the run game wasn't anything special. There were a couple of decent runs, but that was about it.
I did take a note that could contribute to the title that you texted me. The Colts are stupid heads.
Right, the Colts are stupid heads. This is to a big play. 4th down, I forget where we're at, but we're inside the 20. I get that we really gambled on 4th downs in the first part of the season, and they all paid off. Well, I called it. I was like, don't do it. You got to kick it here. You got to kick it here and take the points. First of all, defense. The Houston Texans have a great defense. So if you got points, let's take them. And they only have 3, so we can get a tie. Let's get a tie right here. Second, your offense has been sputtering. Your offense has not been impressive. Uh, I've seen a couple fourth and ones, fourth and threes in the last couple of games, and they've been stopped stone cold. So let's maybe just take the kick. That was my belief on that, and they didn't. They got stopped. Uh, Big play would have altered kind of the way you played the rest of the game.
Well, I heard the announcers gave the stat that the Colts go for it the most in the NFL on fourth down, and the Colts convert the highest percentage on fourth down.
Right, right, right. Like I said, in the first part of the season, they were just gambling all the time and they were paying off. I do think when you gamble all the time, sometimes you start to take hits, though, too. Sometimes you
However,
just have to be smart.
imme- Titans take over, immediate interception by Stroud. Colts have the ball right back.
Right. So maybe you shrug it off, but I don't know. I still think you should take the kick
And
there.
and then the Colts ended up with a field goal there, I think, right?
Right. So they just get the field goal back. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense
It
to me.
ended up right. It ended up very similar.
Yeah. And
Didn't
to me, mentally, it just like is more defeat on your offense. Your offense isn't getting first downs. Suddenly they put together a partial drive. Instead, we're going to get stopped on fourth. So now they're down in the depths mentally again. That's how I felt.
and then you lose. You trade for Sauce Gardner. Went out, I think, with a calf injury. They said, or no, maybe.
You know, with the calf, hope it's not Achilles. You floated a broken fibula or something. I don't
Yeah, I
know
wonder if
about
I
where you
got
heard that.
my note is that for the first time ever, I felt like they didn't actually say it was on Twitter, but on the broadcast they said there's um prominent rumors that Sauce Gardner has a broken whatever, and that they had no reports of that. I felt like that was the first time I heard a broadcast kind of refute social media rumors.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've just heard calf, which we all know calves can lead to Achilles tears. I don't know. So it makes me nervous. I don't regret the trade, though. People are always like, oh, you're giving up these first round picks. Well, guess what? We had a first round pick for Anthony Richardson, and he sucks. You know, first round picks all the time flame out. So if you can get a quality player, and even if he can't play the rest of the season, he'll be a quality player next year. So I don't regret the trade.
Yeah, just could be something to watch.
Yeah, we're not happy to see him go down. That's for sure.
You know what I should have pulled up is I'll try to get it here quickly. Let's try to look at the Colts' remaining schedule. By the way, we will get to the Panthers' big upset of the Rams here in a
I
second.
did see some Tony Dungy tweets complaining about the a couple of calls. He seemed to
Oh,
really be on the Colts side. I guess his blood still runs blue. Uh,
that
so
was
he
the
thought there was a
next that was my next note. Two rough calls against the Colts on the same play. So maybe delay of game, the announcer expert, sorry, the official expert who's on the broadcast said it should have been delay of game against the Texans, and then the pass interference. Woo, that was really chintzy.
yes. Tony said it's a blatant disregard of the rule when legs can't get tangled, and on top of that, they missed the delay of game. So I'm with Tony on that, but actually, I didn't escape the game being like, "Oh, the refs lost us the game." I think you need to be able to take these games from people, and if a couple of bad calls go your way, you know, hey, it's a 50-50 game. That's the way it goes sometimes, you know. You gotta win these things. And the offense looks sucky. They didn't win it.
So the Colts are at the Jaguars. So we just go from a pretty important game to a
Plus, it was a home game. We lost a
yeah.
home game. That's
So we
bad.
went from a pretty important game to an even more important game next week against the Jaguars.
Right. When I looked at the schedule, we played the Jags twice. We played the Texans one more time. That's going to be everything. We also, I think, played Seattle and the 49ers,
So
which are another two tough games. Yeah.
you're at Seattle, who you said should be in the list of the top teams in the NFL. Going into today, I said, what did I say, Ann? I said Rams,
He said New England
Broncos,
first, which just,
Pats. Yeah,
yeah,
Rams,
makes me
Broncos,
want to throw
Pats.
up.
Rams, Broncos, Pats, I said might be the best three teams in the NFL. And you said, let's throw the Seahawks in there. Let's throw the Eagles in there.
And I said, let's drop the Broncos. I don't believe in the Broncos. I don't even believe in New England, even though New England maybe has the best record right now. I don't know if that's true or not. It might be my hate blinding me, but I don't believe in New England. I think once New England has an easy schedule. Once they get in the playoffs, they're going to get killed. That's what I think. Not get killed. They're going to get beat.
So New England, 10 wins, nine in a row. Bet nobody else has 10 wins.
Yeah, congrats, New England. Still don't believe in you. I'm not going to give
Broncos
it to you yet.
Broncos have 9 wins. Bears have 9 wins.
I know
Uh,
the Bears. Also, don't believe in the Bears. The Bears can't possibly have 9 wins, but they do.
the Rams still have 9 wins, even though they lost to the Panthers today.
Shocker game of the week to me. Rams, I'm thinking the Rams are the best team in football, and they get beat by the Panthers, which at the beginning of the year we thought the Panthers were the worst, but they've been showing a lot of life lately. So we can't really say the Panthers are the worst anymore. But to me, the Panthers beating them is a shock. Big shock.
The Panthers have been so up and down. Like good win against a kind of average team, followed by blown out. So they've been back and forth. So that was a really big win today. We'll come back to that. And I just was kind of wondering as I was looking, I had mostly I had the Colts on the big TV today, and I had the sound on. Do you have Lucas Oil thoughts? Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts thoughts?
Do I have thoughts about the stadium?
I mean, you've been, I think,
It's a nice stadium. It seems like it can be a little quiet maybe. But I
because
like
it's
the stadium.
so big and cavernous, or
Maybe it's just the crowd. The crowd's just maybe a little quieter crowd.
oh
I don't know.
wow, take
Maybe the
that.
Colts don't
Yes.
really have that kind of fan base that's just cutthroat.
Mm.
Maybe the Midwestern kindness coming through. Although I think the Pacers crowd can
Yeah.
be a little cutthroat. So maybe it's just our football
I
crowds.
know Belichick always said that the Colts played extra noise.
Extra noise because they're too quiet, I guess. Maybe there is a quietness in the stadium when you're in there. And also when the offense played in the old days with Peyton, it would be so quiet on purpose, obviously, that it would be kind of weird. I do think there's kind of an antiseptic feeling inside that stadium, but I like the stadium a lot.
Yeah, I thought maybe we would get a glowing review that placed it in the top three or so stadiums in the NFL, but maybe you haven't been to enough to know.
I've only been to one NFL game. I've been there a couple times, but I've only been to one NFL game. We lost, and so it kind of soured me. But I do like it. I like the brick on the outside. It has a nice look to it. The big
In
window.
in my less than 1 year return to Indiana, I was a little regretful that I didn't go somehow to Lucas Oil once just to see be in there.
You're right. And of course, I was around when it built. I worked for a company that actually did some work inside, so it was pretty exciting. Apparently, the window isn't towards the sun like it is in Dallas.
Mm.
If you've seen all the Dallas squinting people, squinting quarterbacks in Dallas from the sun, spraying right on their face. But I think it's a quality stadium. It's certainly not a stadium to be embarrassed about.
No, I thought I was looking for the glowing review. I got sort of a how about I got a pretty good from you, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's pretty good. I think I mean, I don't know all the stadiums. It's definitely
Yeah.
top 10.
It kind of has that it sort of matches Hinkle and whatever the Gamebridge where the Pacers play. They all sort of have that
That
brick
brick, yeah.
old fashioned arena stadium.
The window really does add a lot to a dome when you have that huge window. So I like that.
All right, let me give you the Panthers final. The Panthers who go to 7-6 beat the Rams 31-28. The Rams are 9-3. I had the Rams as the best team in the NFL going into today. It really is a season where we don't seem to know who that is.
Right. I was going to say that's my number one thing coming out of the NFL games today, or at least the morning games. Who's the best team? I don't know. There's no dominant team. There's no team you're going to play and you can be like, they're just going to roll over us. I just don't think there's a team like that.
All right, so now if we're doing a draft, we'll do a quick draft of you can have one, I'll have two and three. You take four. Who's winning the Super Bowl? Who do you
Who's
want?
winning the Super Bowl draft? Okay. I'm still going to, even though they got beat by the Panthers, I'm still going to take the Rams.
So you got the Rams. I get two. Who would I say if I get two? Boy, this is very much off the top of our heads, isn't it?
I numbered my team, so it's not
Oh,
totally
you
off my
already
head. Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
Even though I picked Rams, which I had a number
I'm kind
two
of
by.
torn here between two. I'll go Patriots Eagles.
Patriots, Eagles, yeah, good go. I guess I would go Seattle, Green Bay. I do think
Ooh,
the NFC is better at
I
this
like
spot than the
your.
AFC.
I think Green Bay was a good one. It's good that you get them since you bet $100 on them.
I know. I keep thinking maybe they're going to do it. Maybe they're going to do it. I could take that money.
So we didn't say the Broncos. We didn't say the Bears. Yeah, I think we covered it right there. Pretty good.
Yeah, I those to me are the ones. If anybody else wins, I mean now the Chiefs might not even make it, which I'll
I
throw a
know.
party.
I thought about naming the Chiefs. The Chiefs are in third place. So the Broncos are in first in their division, 9-2. The Chargers are 7-4. The Chiefs are 6-6.
The Chargers are ahead of the Chiefs. I mean that's all you got to know right there. The Chiefs can't really lose, right? Is that what everybody's
Maybe
decided?
they. I mean, they've played so many good teams.
Yeah. And it's just so frustrating because the Colts could have won that game too, and they just choked up on the offense. So Colts are just frustrating. Hate to bring it back to the Colts.
Yeah, hopefully the Colts can get it going. I don't know. Hopefully it's not a lose out, don't make the playoffs year.
Well, if they don't make the playoffs, there'll be riots. Yeah.
Ooh, who's rioting? The mild Colts fans?
The Miles Colts fans in Lucas will be protesting.
All right. What
Uh,
was at stake for the Panthers? A Panthers win, totally improbable. By the way, yeah, we'll get to my bets, I guess. A Panthers win and a Bucks loss, and you wouldn't think the Bucks would lose to the Cardinals, would put the Panthers in first.
right. The Panthers, of course, they really just wanted to win the division, right? Sneak in there. The
You
thing
mean,
is, they got a great division,
yeah.
meaning their division's not very good. Uh, or they're fine. It's an average division, right? But they have a fighting chance. Tampa Bay, kind of to me, one of the kind of a Colts-esque team. It's like you don't know what's going to happen. They could get beat, they could get killed, but they could also score tons of points and get victory.
I'm looking so the Panthers have the bye next week. Holy cow.
Is that good or bad? Why do you say
I
it
think
like
it's
that?
good. So the Bucks are 7-5, the Panthers are 7-6. So if the Bucks lose next week, they'll be tied for first. And the Panthers play the Bucks twice. In fact, before the season's over. So for the Panthers, it's New Orleans, Tampa Bay, Seattle, Tampa Bay.
It's a pretty nice schedule to me.
Yeah, well,
If you're the Panthers.
it's certainly a control your destiny schedule.
Right, yeah. Well, that's one thing I also like about the Colts. It's like, you know what, guys? If you can't beat the Jags in Houston, I mean, what do you got? So you got to beat those guys. Even though you got beat today, you have to beat the last three. So I like control your destiny better than these guys got to lose. These guys got to lose.
So my guy Chuba Hubbard, you like to say I'm a fan and he's the only person I text you about. He had a 40-yard touchdown catch, which tied the game 7-7.
Chuba Hubbard or whoever you're saying, I've never even heard that name before.
It's the
That's not
third it's the third time you've heard it.
that's not who you always text me about. I thought you always text me about Rico Dwaddle or Dawdle
Oh,
or
you're
whatever his name is.
right. Oh, you're
Yeah.
right.
I don't know any Chuba Hubbers. What's
Yeah, I
his
think.
name? What's his full name? He's a wide receiver for the
All right,
Panthers?
do we want to try to look? We don't. Your guess. You don't think his name is really Chuba Hubbard?
I don't know. When I think of Chubb, I think of that quarterback or that running back named Chubb.
Right. All right.
Uh,
Let's look at. I'm sorry. You're right. I got mixed up there.
yeah, I'm thinking Rico Dwaddle, Dwaddle,
Yeah, that's right. Dowdle.
Dowdle.
Um, Chuba Robert Shamar Hubbard, born June 11th, 1999, a Canadian professional football running back for the Carolina Panthers.
It's like a very fit young man.
He went to Oklahoma City, or sorry, no, he went to
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
State.
State. Yeah. And good job correcting me.
So you got two decent running backs, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's the highest paid one. He was the starter that got replaced by Rico. Now that I think of it, I didn't see much Rico. I wonder if Rico's okay.
Maybe Rico's just on a downswing.
One thing that you're getting from me is it's basketball season, and it's been a couple weeks before I've been very locked in on football.
You've had some basketball marathons lately.
So the Panthers set a franchise record today, but it's one of those franchise records that's so specific that I'm not sure.
What's the record?
Here's the record. You know how people will say like, um, and Torgerson ate the most pretzels on June 13th after 2 o'clock. Within a mile of Griffith Observatory. So that I don't
Right.
know if that should count for anything. Okay, here it is. First time with two interceptions in the first quarter, and one of them was run back for a touchdown. That never happened before.
The first time that that's ever happened to a quarterback? What are you
No,
saying?
to the Panthers
To a team.
franchise. It's the first time the Panthers had two interceptions in the first quarter, and one of those two interceptions was run back for a touchdown.
Right. Well, that is a lot for a first quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, but you think that's a little too specific, or
I
was
think it's a little too specific. Yeah. It's the first time somebody got 7 yards and the next play somebody fumbled. I mean, yeah, I hear you.
but that's still maybe a little bit of an interesting detail.
It's interesting to me that they had so many interceptions today. We're talking about Stafford being an MVP candidate, and he throws a bunch of bad balls. You saw the interceptions, I assume. Did you think they were bad balls or just bad luck on
The
the
first
receiver?
one,
What is it?
yeah. I mean, you never know. Like, did he run the wrong route? Did he run the wrong angle? Um, so you never know stuff like that. But it was a kind of a short pass that was jumped, so not necessarily a great pass.
Right. Not like through the receiver's hands and
Right.
bounces off
Not
somebody. Yeah.
obviously like bad luck.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Interesting.
here's a big play. Fourth down, 6:34 to go. Play action, fake on fourth down, 50-yard touchdown pass.
By Bryce.
By right. Yes.
Bryce Young. Yeah.
Bryce Young, quarterback of the Panthers. So that was a big one.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
And then the game is locked up. Panthers force Stafford fumble with less than 3 minutes to go. Pick it up, run it back to the 50, run the clock out from there.
Right. I saw the fumble. Good play. I thought for sure Stratford was just going to throw it to little Puka again and get their little TDs. So glad to see it.
Puka might have made the best play I've seen all year.
I saw the catch. I did
Yeah.
see it. It was pretty good. Pretty solid. One arm behind.
You and I don't have a list of the best plays we've seen all year.
No, we don't. I think Pierce has had a couple that have been pretty fantastic for the Colts.
Yeah.
Puka, I think, had another pass that was really crazy that he caught too. So Puka maybe is the best receiver now. I don't know. Is that over the top? Maybe one of those Bengal guys are Jamar Chase or something. But Puka to me is always in the coming in the clutch.
I forgot to mention to circle back to the Colts for a second. And the Colts stopped the tush push twice in a row.
I know, right? Great, but
I thought that was going to be the key. I thought that was going to be the turning point.
yeah, but the offense sputtered again. Couldn't do anything.
So they say there's something called Hawkeye technology. Hawkeye technology measures it to see if it's a first down.
Virtual measurement, yeah.
And Hawkeye technology should determine if the ball crossed the first down line.
I would think so, yeah.
They should
You
use
know
it
where
for,
you get Hawkeye technology from? That's a tennis term.
is it?
Tennis been doing Hawkeye forever.
I wonder if they do the balls and strikes too.
Probably. They probably developed something,
So
right?
they
Yeah.
should that should be a thing where it's like for touchdowns and first downs and spotting the ball, that should be digital.
I don't know how many times I've watched, and the spot seems ridiculous, right? And I can see why it's hard to spot. They're over
Yeah.
on the sideline. They're how wide is that football field, Bill?
Don't know.
They're on the sideline, 20 feet away. How can they see that really? So, and sometimes you can't even tell with cameras because there's so many bodies in there. But yeah, I agree. The spotting is not good.
An NFL field is 53.3 yards wide, 160 feet.
Oh, it's really wide.
Very
And why
wide.
0.3? Why isn't it something exact?
It must be, where did that
Is it in
go?
meters or
Oh, it's
something?
160 feet wide.
160 feet. Okay.
That's wider than I would have guessed.
Really wide. To me, football looks small on the screen. And then when you're standing on a football field, you're like, oh, this is really far, actually. Don't you think?
Yes. Do you think that a high school football field is the same size as an NFL field or different?
My gut would be like, oh, it's all the same, but you're going to tell me it's different, probably.
No, it's the same.
Yeah, my gut would be all the same. Just like well, I guess basketball is a little
No.
different too. Yeah.
We played on, I think we played on 94 feet last weekend. High school's 84, college is 94. I think we were on 94. You see some 94 footers. I think McDowell, I could be wrong. He'll correct me if he listens. Coach McCarthy at McDowell, they might have a 94 footer.
Just need more room, I guess, the better you get.
I don't know what happens. Yeah, just people do different things, I
Yeah.
guess.
Need farther
Okay.
shots.
So from some other games, and I might do some scores. Former Cowboys star, Colorado head coach Deion Sanders' son, Shadeur Sanders, made his second start in a row today. That was newsworthy.
And how well did he do?
I don't think he did great.
I mean, they got beat. I don't think he's going to be a great quarterback, but he might be okay quarterback,
I was
right?
hoping that sorry, looking for my scores.
Yeah, we have to review your wild bets for sure.
Oh, so we'll do my wild bets at the end of our NFL segment. I'm scrolling right now for the final on the Browns, and I'm doing terrible.
Shadur Sanders was 16 for 25, 149 yards, one TD, zero interceptions. I mean, it wasn't horrible,
So
but
you
Dylan Gabriel was in for one play too.
Oh, I saw that. He hurt Sanders got hurt. I'm not quite sure what happens. He gave himself up. I didn't have the sound on that game. I thought maybe like kicked in the calf or cramp or
Mm.
lightly sprained ankle. So he ran in. I kind of wondered if he would come back in. But I also saw a couple like wildcat take Sanders out fumble plays that didn't work very well. I'm sure that people who like Shadur Sanders will say the Browns should be more aggressive on offense with him and trust him more, I would think was what they would say.
Right. It reminds me of another tweet I saw today from our buddy Bill Simpson.
Bill Simmons.
Simmons,
I love that you can't get his name right.
who said, just a
Bill
reprehensible,
Simpson thinks of himself as famous,
I
but
know, Bill
not to
Simmons,
Ann.
just a reprehensible coaching performance by Stefanski today. Isn't that the Cleveland Browns coach?
Yeah, I think so. I thought that was
Yeah.
your coach. What's your coach's name?
Steichen.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane
So
Steichen.
I didn't, I had 6 games on. The Browns were in the 4 box on the left on the smaller TV. So I could see the score. I saw a couple fumbles. I saw Sanders run off the field, but don't have a real. I mostly watched the Panthers sort of demanded my attention, but I saw more Colts visuals and sound with glancing back and forth on the big TV between those two games.
Yeah, I find when I had a fourth screen up today, but I just find it really hard to watch like that. I'm not good at watching it. Maybe I'll do more twos, I guess, two screen because the fourth, like, it's too small. Maybe my TV is just not big enough.
Do you have scores pulled up right now?
I can get them very easily.
All right, I'm going to give you some winning streaks and losing streaks, and you tell me how we're looking. Maybe do the Pats play today?
The Pats play on
Oh, they
Monday.
play tomorrow. All right, the Pats have a 9-game winning streak. We covered that, right?
9 game winning streak. They play the Giants tomorrow. I feel like they should win against the Giants. So
The
go on with your
Broncos,
easy
the
schedule.
Broncos are tonight against the Commanders. They have an 8-game winning streak.
Commanders are rollover. They suck.
So the Texans have won 4 in a row now, Ann.
Right. I know. I still, even though they beat the Colts today, I don't think they're that great. Colts aren't that great. The Jacksonville Jaguars aren't that great. The Houston Texans aren't that great. They're not making any noise
I
in the
do
playoffs.
think looking at all those teams, the Colts are the best team.
If the Colts can start playing like they should, yes. But their offense is really damaged to
So if
me. I
we
don't
if we
understand.
thought about what went wrong with the Colts today, what would we say?
I'd say some stupid decisions by Steichen. The fourth down one was a dumb decision to me. I think some of the play calls seemed a little
I mean, they
off.
didn't have any turnovers, Ann.
Yeah, no turnovers. Josh Downs caught some big passes, but the O-line wasn't great. The O-line collapsed a lot. So I just think things like that.
So
And
mostly,
a lot of big plays like we let down. Like we had them 3rd and 3, 3rd and 7, and they would get that fourth down. So I think some of those.
I mean, mainly it was a close game, and the Colts did lots of punting.
Yeah, the Colts offense to me, I'm not going to blame it on the defense. The Colts offense to me didn't have it.
All right. Other maybe interesting. Oh, so the Eagles have lost 2 in a row now?
Right. I still think they can still win though, right? I'm not going to be defeatist about the Eagles. I don't like them anymore. Uh, Getting beat by the Bears being good is troubling to me. I don't understand it. Um,
Bad
but yeah,
schedule, and they've squeaked out wins.
they squeaked out wins the Bears. And yeah, the Chicago Bears with
I
Caleb
know. They got
Williams.
off to a bad start. Okay, we can review my bets because I think that'll let us talk about the other 3 games we haven't talked about.
Right. So you sent 7 bets over this morning during my hike. I was actually on top of the Runyon Canyon enjoying
Uh-huh.
horrible weather. The weather was dark and foreboding. I was a little
And
bit
it's dark
cold.
and foreboding here. It's in the 40s. We're supposed to get freezing rain tonight and tomorrow night.
Oh, well, yesterday was beautiful, but today not so great. Although it's getting a little better now. I looked at these seven bets while I hiked, and I thought, six of these bets are stupid. I don't understand this thinking. Stupid might be harsh, but six of these bets are long shots. And and the one I'm not counting as a long shot, you lost. I'm saying the Colts money line, that's a pretty good bet to me, and they lost. So the one that I wouldn't say is a long shot, you actually lost. So maybe I just don't betting doesn't happen for me. But to me, you bet six crazy bets, Bill, and you should
Yeah,
only maybe bet one or two crazy bets.
one or two crazy bets.
Yeah.
So I bet the Colts twice. I bet the Colts money line with Jones 175 yards passing, that hit easy. Jones passing touchdown, that hit easy. So one thing I'm always trying to do is can I pick up a couple things I'm pretty sure will happen? Jones 175 yards passing and a touchdown. You think if the Colts win, he's going to do that. So I picked that up to try to up my plus number. And then when the Colts got down 3-0, I got a little bit better odds, plus 133. So I bet him again, which is something I do sometimes. There's a team I think's going to win, and they get behind, and I bet them again for better odds. And I wanted to use my bonus token, so I lose both my Colts bets.
Right. But actually, I would say the Colts bets weren't bad bets. So even though you lost, it wasn't a crazy bet to me. So I'm not going to blame you for that one.
So I keep going. Let's look at what the Jets' record was. So coming into the today, the Jets are 2-9,
Two and
um,
nine.
and I bet the 2-9 Jets money line at plus 146.
When I saw that, I thought kind of crazy, but maybe. I thought maybe because the Falcons are kind of declining.
Jets have been looking a lot better.
Right.
Played a lot of close games. The Falcons seem to be cratering. Um, I thought the Jets would win. The Jets win, so I win that bet and I go to 1-2 on the day.
Right. So that one wasn't totally crazy, but a little crazy. The Jets are bad and the Jets won.
Um,
Your next one,
yeah,
Browns and 49ers.
yeah. So Brown's been playing better. I didn't like the bet once it was in, really. Browns are
Yeah.
playing better. Here's my thought. Browns are playing better. Maybe Shedeur Sanders is decent and he's going to play better, even better today.
Right. My thought on that is the Browns aren't really very good. Maybe they're paying better or great, but they're not really good. And the 49ers are always okay.
Oh, and I got 3.5 points on that one. So, and the Browns have played a lot of close games. So
And I don't think of the Browns as scorers. They're not going to score a
no,
lot.
I know. I was thinking like 13-10 loss, win the bet.
Right. I didn't love that bet. Nothing about that bet I really liked.
Okay, here comes another loss. Miami Dolphins have to win over the Saints by at least 7. The Dolphins only won by 4.
Right. The Dolphins winning is a little bit of a risk in itself, but hey, the Saints aren't very good. And the Dolphins are playing better, but by seven, seven's a lot. So I didn't love that bet. It wasn't as bad as the Browns bet, but I didn't love it.
So the Dolphins have won 4 in a row and not relevant to the betting world, but something you don't see every week. The Dolphins scored 2 points on defense during an extra point.
Right. I didn't see it. I heard about it. Interesting.
So the Saints went for 2 um, to tie the game. It was 16-14, I think, when they scored the touchdown. They went for 2 and it got picked off and ran back. So is that final 18-14? No, I got that wrong. So it must have been 19-17 Dolphins. Yes. 19-17 Dolphins. Saints go for 2, picked off, run back. Dolphins win by 4, 21-17.
Right. Not by seven.
And here comes another loss, another crazy bet loss.
This I thought maybe the most insane bet you made.
I bet the Titans money line over the Jaguars. I just thought the Jaguars were up and down, and I was like, let's have a big day for the Colts. The Colts win, Titans upset the Jaguars. We'll all be excited.
You're wishing for the moon. The Jaguars aren't great. I don't believe in the Jaguars, but the Jags, if they play the Colts tomorrow, could beat the Colts, right? But the Titans can't. The Titans are bad. I have no belief in the Titans. So I thought, bad bet, Bill.
The Titans have had a couple close games. They have a new coach. Maybe they're turning things around. Didn't look
But they're
like it
not.
today.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not.
And here comes another loss. This went right down to the wire. So this makes me 1-6 on my bets today. Cardinals to be within 3 of the Bucks. Brissett to have 200 passing yards, plus 105. That one was close till the end. What was our final?
Well, I don't know what the final was, but I'll tell you, I
I
don't
got
think it
it.
was a
2017. Brissett, 301 yards, two touchdowns. It was right there.
right. I
Oh
didn't think it
no,
was a
and I
horrible
lost it.
bet.
Wait. Did I win that? I won that. Cardinals to be within three. They lost by three.
So three is okay.
Give me that. Yeah,
Oh,
plus
okay. Well,
that
all
was
right.
plus
I was gonna
105.
say I didn't think that was a horrible bet.
So
I
that's
don't
two of
have
five.
tons of belief in the Buccaneers and the Cardinals. You never know. So hey, good victory for you.
I mean, my
Uh,
they didn't even blow it, but my thinking on the Cardinals is they play everyone tough and they lose it at the end.
right. And you had the points, so
And
good
I'm
for
not a
you.
Bucks believer at all.
Yeah, I'm not a Bucks believer, but you bet on the underdog again. So
Yeah, but I won that one, 2-5, and then the big win. I bet the Panthers money line. You said that? Did you say that was my worst bet of the day before?
well, I said the Titans and over the Jags was the worst bet, but before the game started, I thought this is probably the worst bet, maybe tied. Panthers over Rams. The Rams are like the number one team before these games.
Yeah.
Everybody was believing in the Rams. The Panthers up and down. I don't have huge belief over the Panthers scoring a bunch of points, I guess. So I thought it was a pretty bad bet, and you won that one, so great. But see, my point was you should only make one of those bets over seven.
Yeah.
One of those insane bets, and you
So
made
the
like three.
so the Panthers were plus 490. Um, and honestly, that I've been winning. I've been winning since the WNBA season started, really. Um, and I've been winning lately NFL. So it's just like this is I've been working really hard with basketball and the end of the semester. I knew we were going to talk about football today, and I was like, why not just throw a bet down on the Panthers for a little extra viewing fun? And it actually was the bet at plus 490 that put me into the positive for the day. So,
Right.
um,
And plus you want good for the Panthers, so at least
yeah.
it was a little bit of
So it was
a
another,
rooting for a bet.
it was adding a lot of interest to the day, still winning a tiny bit of money. So it was fine.
It was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely to me you had three insane bets and one of them paid off. So and
It's
sometimes if you have
no,
great odds, only one paying off, that really helps
don't you think
everything,
the
right?
Jets winning was an insane bet too, or you didn't
Yeah,
think?
that was my third bet.
So I was 2 of 3 on the insane bets.
Panthers over Rams, insane. Titans over Jags, insane. Jets money over Falcon, borderline insane.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, Browns 49ers, kind of insane
No,
too.
you're right. I think that one it was insane too. They
Yeah.
as I
So
was going, I
four.
was like, I guess I'm going underdogs today.
Yeah, I would say so. Crazy.
Okay, so if we peek at the standings quickly, um,
First, let's say the games in progress right now. You ready? Chargers, Raiders. Well, the Chargers are going to win, right? We believe that. 7-0 they're ahead. Bills, Steelers, 0-0 in the second. No scoring happening.
mm,
Vikings, Seahawks. Seahawks are only 3-0. 3-0 in the second quarter.
thanks for the update, Ann.
That's the update before you tell me this standings.
All right, so if we look at the AFC East, the Pats, number one seed, 10-2 right now.
I think they're going to do it because they have an easy schedule. But I think Buffalo, who's in second place, still might sneak in there too.
So that's my plus 900 Pats to win the division bet.
That'll be a good win. Yeah.
Yeah. Bills is 7-4. We like them to make it still.
I do like them. I would be sad if they didn't make it. I actually kind of
Dolphins
like them.
crazily 5-7 now.
The Dolphins are 5-7. Where are the Dolphins? Oh, I didn't even write them down. They're in third place. Yeah.
So Steelers, Ravens tied with Bengals are now they're out, right?
The Bengals are out. To me, it's Steelers or Baltimore. I don't really have great belief in either one of those teams. But I think one of them will make it for sure.
So of all those teams,
Well, obviously one will make it.
would
But
you
yeah.
pick the Pats to win the conference over the Bills?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. So then you have your Colt. We already talked about the Colts a lot.
Colts, Jags, Houston, to me, is you can think of those teams as all equal.
Colts, Bills, you have as even, slight advantage to the Bills.
If they played each other, no. I think the Colts could beat the Bills.
Yeah. And then do you have more belief in the Chiefs than you do the Broncos and the Chargers?
Yes, but the Chiefs is too late. They're not going to happen.
Well, you
You
say
have,
you have more
it's almost
belief.
like we have irrational belief in them because I do think that Denver is going to win. The Chargers, I have no belief in. I think only one team from that group, right? Could that be? I think you could get the Colts and the Jags in Houston. They have such a good record. They could really turn out to be two teams from that one.
The Chiefs have the Texans, who you would think they could beat, the Chargers at home, at the Titans, Broncos at home, Raiders. They could win those. They could win them all.
Yeah, for sure. I do think the AFC is weaker, though. I
Okay.
think there are three, four teams in the NFC that could beat the AFC top team.
In the NFC, even though the Bears have a better record than the Packers, um, you think you believe in the Packers more than the Bears.
I do. I put the number 5 by Chicago. I put the number 2 by Green Bay and number 6 by the Lions. That's
Is
a good
this
division, though.
this is Super Bowl contenders?
Super Bowl contenders.
You just did that
Chicago, Green
list with
Bay,
you did that
Lions.
list without being told, right?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did not make a list. Well, let's hear your list real quick.
For the NFC?
How did
Oh,
you do it? How did you make your
yeah, I
list?
did it by divisions. So the NFC, I have Seattle and Rams. So Seattle 1, Rams 2, but that's just because the Rams lost today. I actually kind of believe in the Rams more. And I think the 49ers probably could make it too. Tampa Bay Panthers, I guess Tampa Bay, but to me, that's the bad division in the AFC or the bad conference in the AFC or NFC division. So it doesn't matter who wins that. They're going to lose the first round. Chicago, Green Bay, Detroit, I have 5-2-6. So to me, Green Bay is the class of those three teams. Philadelphia and Dallas, I still believe in Philadelphia more, just because they're winners.
It would still be easy to say Eagles, Packers, even though they're in second place. Doesn't matter who wins the NFC South. Rams, Seahawks. There's your four teams in the middle.
Yes, exactly. I agree with that. And I think any of those teams could beat the best AFC team.
All right. Wrapping up and just briefly to see if there's anything you want to hear about. Took my team, which is really struggling against pressure defenses and taking care of the ball. We had 28 and 22 turnovers and this weekend.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear.
But so we went to Bristol. Bristol is a city cut in half. Half of it is in Tennessee, half of it is in Virginia. What do you think of that?
Oh, is this Bristol, the NASCAR place?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, yeah, that's what I know
Um,
it for.
so we stayed in the Fairfield Inn. Um,
Which half of the city?
we were in the Tennessee side.
Tennessee.
Tennessee side. I think Bristol, Tennessee claims to be the birthplace of country music.
Really? Well, I think there's probably a lot
I
of
thought that was a pretty,
debate about that.
they do have a lot of six. It's not a huge city, 6 to 8 live music venues downtown, which I haven't been to. They have a Hard Rock casino.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, we did not go to
I
that.
actually don't think I've been really to the state of Virginia. Maybe when I
Mhm.
visited Washington, D.C. or something. But I just have no real experience with Virginia. Now, Tennessee, I got some experience.
Yeah, I mean, the Virginia around here is just mountains. I mean, it's
Similar. Yeah.
Asheville, Booney. Yeah. And then I told you that we went to a great movie theater. Um,
What's so great about it?
yeah, I don't know if it'll be great by LA standards. They called it, I wish I knew what chain it was, but it was like there was of all the theaters in the complex, one of them had the letters DX in front of the theater.
Mm-hmm.
So the tickets cost more. I think it had like the upgraded sound. It was the best sound I've ever heard of the movie. The screen was huge. It had the reclining chairs. So we go to Johnson City some to the movies for the reclining chairs, but they're so divided up that the screen's pretty small. And you're
Right.
like, man, I'm paying a lot of money to look at this little screen that's, only like 3 times bigger than a big television. I feel like I'm sure I'm exaggerating a little bit, but this screen was huge. The sound was great. It had the reclining chairs. And then we saw Zootopia.
Two.
A couple of the kids really, these are teenage girls. A couple of the kids really, really liked it. And I would give it like a 6+ at
Right.
best.
And you've seen a lot of good cartoons probably in your life. Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
liked
sort of,
Zootopia 1. I don't remember much about it, but I liked it. And it was a general movie.
I only remembered a funny sloth, and I don't know why there was so much time in between Zootopia 1 and 2. It seems like a weird amount of time given how
There
successful.
was a lot of time, but animation bill, it takes a long time.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so. I saw a movie in IMAX not too long ago, and I felt like the screen is not IMAX. It was smallish. You know what I mean? It was like this is not an IMAX screen. I
Mm.
forget where I saw that. I don't even remember what movie it was, but it was like, yeah, this is not IMAX.
So my daughter Izzy Torg said she would drive the extra to go back to Bristol to the movies instead of Johnson City. It's
And
probably
what's the drive?
the drive is probably 120, 125.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, pretty far.
Living in Winnemac, I would drive to Maryville, which was like an
Mm.
hour and 15. That was kind of my limit. I can't imagine driving any farther. And I
I
would
like
do
the
that to
ice.
see movies.
I
So,
like the Isis Theater.
yeah, but it wouldn't have first run movies a lot
Right.
back when I was in high school. And plus, we just like the idea of getting out of town, I think, driving around. But I guess here I'll drive a good 30 minutes. It's still in the same city. But it takes some time to
So
get
I
across.
had a 3 game week. I'm a little worn out.
Yeah, a little worn out from the games, intensity.
So that's why
Understood.
you got a first slate of NFL football games today.
Yeah, first slate of NFL, enjoyed it. Even though the Colts lost, I still like NFL, so I'm not totally down. And I really didn't truly believe in my heart for
Let's
the Colts. So,
let's hear briefly about this Norwegian film you saw, and then let's talk a little Lane Kiffin real quick.
okay, let me mention the other movie I saw too. Two
Oh,
weeks ago, I saw Running Man.
mm,
Uh, Walked out of it thinking one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I
wow.
listened to a podcast after, uh, and they were kind of positive about it. And I was like, what am I missing? Am I just missing it? To me, it was badly acted. I don't recall ever seeing Running Man 1. Maybe I'm missing something, but this was like badly acted, like laughable acting to me. And just ridiculous, corny. I just didn't like it. Even the action was like, what? I didn't like it. This past,
Now, is that
yes,
just a straight remake of the old Running Man,
pretty much, I
which
think.
I liked? Arnold
I don't think
Schwarzenegger.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I don't
remember
think I've
liking
seen
it.
it.
I
And
mean,
I've heard people say it's better than the Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man, and maybe you watch it and you'll like it. But to me, it was like, even the action was like, this action isn't good enough. I don't get it.
mm.
Um, I saw the Predator movie a couple of weeks ago, much better. Predator 3, I don't even know what number Predator, and it was
Look at
very
you
good.
going to the movies.
Well, I have that movie pass, and I feel
Yeah.
like I really need to get my money's worth. And I can see more expensive movies, and it's the same. I can go to IMAX for the same without having to pay an upcharge, so it's nice. So yesterday I went to see a Norwegian movie. Now I saw a trailer for this movie because it's an film, and you know how you go see an art film and they'll show you a bunch of trailers of other art films
Yeah.
before because they're like, we got the audience for it. And I saw the trailer for this and I thought, oh, I think I'd hate this movie. I can't imagine seeing this movie. But I heard good things
Do
about
you know what
it
it's called?
yesterday. Yes, it's called a sentimental value. Sentimental
Okay.
value.
All right.
I don't know how to say it in Norwegian. I've seen the lead actress before and the director, which I'm going to butcher his name. It's like Joachim Trier or something like that. Trier.
Yep.
I saw them in a movie like The Worst Person in the World, it was called a couple of years ago, and it was fine. It didn't blow me over, and that was another Norwegian film. This one has Stellan Skarsgård, who's a Swedish actor, a pretty famous Swedish actor, who's father to all the Skarsgård actor boys. And it had Elle Fanning, not Dakota Fanning, it had Elle Fanning. I don't know if you're familiar with her. And then, so anyway, it was a father-daughter kind of thing presented to you in the trailer. But I thought I'm going to see it. So I saw it. Great movie. Loved it so much. Cried throughout
This is
maybe
subtitles, right?
subtitles, a couple of English sequences because Elle Fanning is an English actress or American actress going. So he's a director. The father's a director. It's basically the heart of it's about two sisters, though. Two sisters kind of coming out of their childhood, and one of them's a famous actress. That's the lead. So it was really good. I loved it. I didn't feel like I was picking up Norwegian. I don't have it in my heart. It's not an attractive sounding language.
Did you feel like there were other Norwegians in there with you?
I don't know. That's a great question. It was a fairly crowded theater, maybe half full.
You
And
should
it
have
was like,
yelled, "Are there any other Torgersons in here?"
yeah, if only I could say it in Norwegian, it would have been really cool. But of course, the Norwegians speak English very well. And so they did have some English in the movie. But it was a great movie, cried tons. Even though it wasn't like overly emotional scenes, it just got to me. It was really good. It was really well done. It really
Well,
top
if you
five movie of this year.
if you wept, I think it was worth it.
I do think the Iranian movie I saw was maybe slightly better, and that was called Just an Accident. So those are the two foreign language movies I've seen, but they're top four movies. The other ones being, of course, Weapons. I enjoyed quite a bit, and then the number one, One Battle After Another.
We should be doing best movies of the year for us coming up.
Yeah, those are my top four.
I should have a little more time. We have
Running Man, bottom of the stack.
yeah, no holiday tournament for the Pioneers. We played in this instead.
Oh,
So got like 4 or 5 days off when you're here over Christmas.
oh, nice. Well, we'll see. I did buy a ticket for Marty Supreme, so we'll see if the new Timmy Chalamet movie with Gwyneth Paltrow. I got a ticket for that the 18th, so I'll be able to deliver a review for you on that.
So we probably should have put this up earlier in the pod, given interest in the Norwegian foreign film and Lane Kiffin. Maybe we should have.
Right. I don't have much Lane Kiffin. Is Lane Kiffin? What is that
So
name?
no, so that's the okay, good. So
He almost sounds Norwegian.
yeah. So Lane. Oh, I thought you were asking me who is he?
No, I do know who Lane Kiffin
So
is. Yeah.
I like Lane
That
Kiffin.
is a weird name, though.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin, sort of. I think one time he caught my attention. The first thing he said when he really caught my attention is he'd lost a bunch of weight. He stopped drinking. He started doing hot yoga, and somebody asked him about it. And I think his answer was something like, "Well, I saw myself on television. I look like I swallowed a whale."
Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
So that
that.
was funny. And I knew about him arguing, he's famous for going to Tennessee for 1 year and leaving, becoming an Oakland Raiders coach when he's like 30 years old, leaving Tennessee to go to USC, getting fired at USC on the tarmac, getting into big arguments with Nick Saban and not coaching the national championship game because of the arguments. So those are all things I know, and a really good ESPN 60, which now I subscribe to ESPN Plus for college basketball. And it's a pretty heartwarming story. Might get you to cry because his daughter went to Ole Miss just to spend more time with her dad.
Oh, that's nice. No tears from me for
Okay,
that.
so right
Great.
now Lane Kiffin's team I think is probable, maybe seventh in the college football playoffs. They only lost one game. The headline on ESPN is Lane Kiffin hired as LSU's coach, won't finish season with Ole Miss.
Okay, I guess that is kind of weak. You won't finish the season. You
Well,
can't push this to be after the season kind of
I
thing.
think they won't let him finish the season.
Yeah, but I mean, I would be like, LSU, I will talk to you after the season. I won't talk to you yet, right?
I know we were wondering, does he not have that much leverage that we are talking, we're
Yeah,
talking,
LSU, I guess, could have been like now or never,
aren't we
I
talking
guess. Yeah.
6 weeks?
Right, we're not talking that long.
Well, 6 weeks in the recruiting game maybe is long with the portal opening up. I don't know. Um, I'll read a couple um, quotes here. Let's see. I was just reading. Okay, here's a quote from Kiffin in the ESPN story. I was hoping to complete a historic 6 season run with this year's team by leading Ole Miss through the playoffs, capitalizing on the team's incredible success and their commitment to finish strong, and investing everything into a playoff run with guardrails in place to protect the program. My request to do so was denied by Keith Carter, despite the team also asking to allow me to keep coaching them so they could better maintain their higher level of performance.
Right, I guess I don't know what I would do. My feeling would be, sure, play out the game, I guess. My
So
feeling would
I'm
be try to stall this decision until the end of the
now
season.
you and I couldn't be more out of the loop on how this works.
Yeah, I don't know very
But let's
little
just
about.
say I'm the athletic director. And my team is in the NCAA tournament. My team is even more grandly in this smaller playoff for the national title, um, especially in the people moving around nature of college football. I think I say, yeah, finish the season.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same
I
page
mean,
with
here
you
we
there.
are. We have a chance to win a national championship. Let's win it.
Right. But they won't. But yeah.
Well, I guess that would be the another thing from the we don't know anything standpoint would be really what are their chances?
Right. I don't really honestly know, but I think probably not great.
I mean, is it Megan and I talked a lot about this. I've been to neither city. I haven't been to Oxford, Mississippi. I kind of know, doesn't John Grisham live there?
Oh yeah, he does seem like he
And
lives
then
there.
I know some Pulpwood Queens, Kathy Patrick's Pulpwood Queen book club. Some Pulpwood Queens live in Oxford and they rave about it. So I would assume it's at least as good as Bloomington, Indiana.
Oh, I'm sure it's a great little college, southern college town. I don't have much
So,
uh,
so
experience with the
is it
city
a
at all.
home
Yeah.
run? Obviously, better to live in Baton Rouge. So these guys don't care where they live. They care about
They don't
NIL.
care where they live. They care about the profile of the program. And
Yeah.
LSU has probably wonderful money coming in, right? They have wonderful facilities. They just have prestige. So that's why they go there.
And do they have,
Um,
I think we're a little bit in the shifting nature of what are the good programs now? Where is
yeah, it's kind of hard to know.
it's just who spends the money, right? So I haven't, if we walk through the LSU facilities, we walk through the Ole Miss facilities, maybe we say, oh, obvious.
Right, maybe you do. I don't know. I can't imagine the number two team, Indiana, having the best football facilities. I'm sure they don't. Um, I just learned recently that the Indiana coach's last name is like Cigarello or something. And I've seen some merchandise with like cigarettes on them. And I think that's just so weird, right?
Yeah, I'll have to look for
It's
that.
like an eye with a cigarette. And it's like, guys, this is athletics. You don't need a cigarette in your merchandise. Now I think it's probably not university merchandise, but still,
So
it's
if the
pretty crazy.
Hoosiers play Ohio State for the Big Ten title, that's something that can happen, right?
When do they do that?
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we
Should
don't
you
know. Do they even
you
play each other in the
we
regular season?
we
I don't
no,
know that they
they do
do.
not. No, they do not.
But maybe
Would
they
you?
don't play each other for a title.
Well, they would play it for the I mean, I think they have a Big Ten championship game.
Do you?
Yeah. So
Where are you getting that from?
would you watch that?
I would watch it, at least as long as we're ahead. And if we started faltering, I'd be like, turn this off. So yes.
And you were toggling the um so it looks like it's Indiana, Ohio State in the Big Ten championship Saturday, December 6th.
Okay, so they do it, and then after that, it's a little break before the tournament, I guess.
Yeah, and then at some point after that, they start the playoffs, which have more.
Never in my wildest dreams
Hmm.
would somebody say Indiana's going to be the number two football team. Would I believe that? So, way to
No,
go.
it's crazy. Right.
Right? Yeah.
All right, Ann, we did it. We don't even know what we're doing next week.
We don't even know, but we'll come up
My
with
my
something.
game got moved on Friday, so I'll have a little more time to think about the pod than I did this week.
Okay, well, good luck with your upcoming week.
And good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Smart takes the shot, and the Hoosiers with 3 seconds. Go ahead.
But what we found out is that each one of us is a brain
And an athlete.
And a basket case. A princess.
And a criminal.
Does that answer your question?
I love you guys.